We are going to head live now to North York. Toronto's police and the mayor kicking off Crime Prevention Week right now.
Keeping Ontario safe together. This is an action for all of us to work together in keeping our communities safe. I will start with our land acknowledgement, followed by remarks from our dignitaries. We acknowledge the land we are on today is a traditional territory of many nations, including the Mississaugas of the Credit, the Anishinaabe, the Chippewa, the Haudenosaunee, and the Wendat peoples, and is now home to many diverse First Nations, Inuit, and Métis peoples. We acknowledge that Toronto is covered by Treaty 13 with the Mississaugas of the Credit. We also recognize the enduring presence and contribution of people of African ancestries in Toronto and across Canada. The Toronto Police Service acknowledges all treaty peoples, including those who came here as settlers, as migrants, either in this generation or in generations past, and those of us who came here involuntarily. Particularly those brought to this land as a result of the transatlantic slave trade and slavery. We pay tribute to those ancestors of African origin and descent. I will now call on our Mayor Chow to say a few words.
Thank you. Good morning. It's great to be here to mark Crime Prevention Week with our Toronto Police Service. I want to acknowledge that we are joined by Dr. Joe Couture, Vice Chair of Ontario Association of Chiefs of Police, and Councillor Shelley Carroll, Board Member and the Budget Chief of the Police Service Board. Now, each year, we mark this week to keep crime prevention top of mind. And this year's theme is Awareness in Action, keeping Ontario and Toronto safe together. It emphasized how we can all work together, young and old, to learn and prevent crimes, to take everyone to create, because it takes everyone to create a safe and supportive community. And we are always stronger together. Being a victim of crime can have a big impact on your life. The psychological toll can last a lifetime, never mind about the financial loss. It shakes your sense of trust and safety at your workplace and your neighborhood, and it's hard. Now, all this week, the Toronto Police Service will be sharing information and advice on how to prevent crime, to make sure families, businesses are all safe. I know the good people at Toronto Police are always happy to stay connected and work with communities on how to prevent crime. And the City of Toronto is proud to lead programs in collaboration with the Toronto and the police and the province on reducing crime and violence. Through SafeTO, the city's 10-year community safety and well-being plan, we are working with residents, community partners, and other orders of government to make Toronto safe. Just last week, I assisted in hosting an excellent meeting with over 150 people on crime prevention and safety. There, the superintendent gave us information about the statistics of what's happening in the neighborhood, and we noticed that the assault and the robberies are down, but auto theft is up. None of that is surprising to all of you here, but for some of the residents saying, oh, people are stealing our cars. Oh, what do we do together? We had a very good dialogue about how to prevent your car from being stolen. And the police did a presentation about what device to use, what to look out for, and coming out of it, there's going to be safety walks together with the local residents and the police and the local councillor, so that they get an idea of where there are places that may be more lights, more cameras, more eyes on the street. There are lots of things that people can do together, but that comes through dialogue together. And I personally witnessed it last week. It was superb. We also said we're going to come back together and learn from each other. And each of the area are going to elect someone in their neighborhood to join the police community liaison team. Aha, that's even better, because that's an ongoing monthly dialogue between police and local residents and businesses on how to prevent crime. Isn't that marvelous? And we also said we'll come back together, so it's not just one time only. We'll come back in mid-February to look at the numbers to see whether it's gone up, gone down, and whether the reporting rate have gone up, the solving rate, I think there's a technical word for it, clearance rate has gone up or not. And I'm sure it would have, because with all the local residents, it would be really, we'll see good results. And that gym that I was at was packed with people. And it was our way to kick off this crime prevention week. Now, aside from working together, police and the city, we need to include young people, because what we need to do is to expand youth programs, recreation programs, more funding. Yeah, youth hub. Yeah, so after school, there'll be good things to do, right? So that we can help young people and children find purpose, so that they don't feel that they've been left behind. They don't feel alienated, that they are able to pick up new skills, new, employment too, that's important, and connecting with their friends and peers, because connection is important. After COVID, people are feeling a bit isolated, right? They have mental health, some have mental health issues, so we need to work on that angle on prevention also. And I know our budget chief and I and the city council are also very much engaged in looking at ways to support our young people that way. Now, I also know that Toronto Police, they put their life on the line every day and every moment for all of us. And there have been several incidents recently where officers were injured while doing their duties. Last year, it wasn't just the officer, it was a dog and bingo, and the police horse recently was attacked. So every officer deserved to come home safe. And we too need to keep that as a top priority. So let's work together to prevent crime. Yes, give her a hug. Yes, because we're always stronger together, right? We are stronger together. Thank you so much for being here. And let me introduce Councillor Shirley Carroll and the Toronto Police Board member and our budget chief. Councillor Carroll.